They said kindness doesn't come back. But for single dad Ethan, one small act of compassion on a stormy night changed everything: his future, his daughter's life, and even his job. He didn't know the old man he helped in the rain was someone who could rewrite his entire destiny. And when Ethan walked into work the next morning, wet shoes, tired eyes, he never expected to see that same man again. This time, standing between Ethan and the mistake that could have cost him his job. And what the old man revealed next. It shattered Ethan and rebuilt him in the same moment. Ethan Bennett wasn't new to struggle. A single dad, balancing 2 part-time jobs, raising his 6-year-old daughter Lily in a tiny apartment. It was a life built on exhaustion, hope, and a love so fierce it kept him moving. That evening, the rain came down like the sky was falling apart. Ethan had just picked up Lily from his neighbor and was rushing home, his jacket soaked, his worn-out shoes squelching with every step. Lily, wrapped in his hoodie, tugged his hand. "Daddy, you're wet." He smiled through tired eyes. "As long as you're warm, I'm okay." As they turned the corner, Ethan saw someone ahead. An old man struggling with a cane, drenched, shivering, trying to cross the street. Cars rushed by, splashing water over his trousers. People walked past like he was invisible. Lily whispered, "Daddy, we have to help him." Ethan hesitated. He was late. He had work early tomorrow. They both were freezing. But something in the man's trembling hands, something in the way he stood completely alone in a crowd. It reminded Ethan of his own father. He knelt to Lily. "You're right." Ethan rushed to the old man. "Sir, can I help you?" The man looked up, rain dripping from his eyebrows. His voice was weak. I need to get to the bus stop, but my legs." "Don't worry," Ethan said, sliding his arm under the man's shoulder, "we'll get you there." Step by step, drenched to the bone, Ethan helped him across the street, shielding him from splashes, ignoring his own shaking hands. When they reached the bus shelter, the man sank onto the bench with a painful sigh. "You didn't have to stop," he whispered. Ethan smiled. "Everyone needs someone sometimes." The old man studied him quietly. "You're a good father," he said, glancing at Lily. "She's lucky." Ethan looked away, embarrassed. "Just doing my best." A bus approached. Before leaving, the man placed a cold, trembling hand on Ethan's wrist. "Son, kindness always finds its way back." Then he boarded the bus and disappeared into the storm. Ethan didn't think much of it. Just a moment, one small act of humanity in a tiring life. But destiny had already begun moving. The next morning was chaos. Ethan ran into work, Goodman and Company. Logistics, 5 minutes late. A late shipment, a stressed supervisor, and one tiny mistake in last night's paperwork had put Ethan's job at risk. His supervisor slammed the file on the desk. "Ethan, this error cost us thousands. I should fire you right now." Ethan felt his stomach sink. He couldn't lose this job. Not with rent due. Not with Lily's school fees. He tried to explain. "Sir, I was rushing yesterday, my daughter." "I don't want excuses," his supervisor shouted. The office door suddenly opened. Everyone looked up. A man stepped in. Old. Slow. Holding a polished cane. Wearing a clean suit instead of drenched clothes. Ethan's breath caught in his throat. It was him. The old man from the rain. "What's going on here?" he asked calmly. The supervisor stiffened. "Am Mr. Grayson." The old man's name rippled through the room like electricity. Mr. Harlan Grayson. Founder of the entire company. A millionaire. A man who rarely visited, especially this office. Ethan felt his knees soften. Mr. Grayson's voice was gentle. "I believe this young man is being punished for a mistake, a small one." The supervisor swallowed. "Sir, with all due respect." "Respect," Grayson interrupted, "is exactly what this employee deserves." He walked toward Ethan slowly. "You helped a man in need last night, even though you had every reason not to." Do you think I'd forget a face like yours? The office turned silent. Ethan whispered, stunned. You followed me? Grayson smiled faintly. No. I remembered you. I remembered your kindness. And I wanted to see who you were when the world wasn't watching. He turned to the supervisor. If you fire him, consider yourself unemployed. Because I won't let anyone punish kindness in my company. Ethan's eyes filled. Sir, thank you. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything, Grayson replied. You just need to keep being the man your daughter believes you are. The entire room watched as the old man placed a folder on the desk. I reviewed his past work. His consistency, his efforts. Promote him. Starting today. Ethan's breath hitched. I can't accept that. You can, Mr. Grayson said softly. And you will. The old man's eyes grew warm. You saved me in the rain. Today, I'm just returning a fraction of what you gave. For the first time in years, Ethan felt seen. Not as a tired single dad. Not as an overworked employee. But as a man who mattered. Life doesn't always reward kindness immediately. But one day, often when you least expect it. The goodness you give returns to you in ways more powerful than you imagined. Ethan didn't help the old man for a reward. He helped him because it was right. And that act changed everything.